Greetings from the Tour de France. This is James Start with Frankie Andreu for stage one of this year's tour from Harrogate, England, the first day of the tour's three-day Grand Départ in Yorkshire. And although we said yesterday the hoopla and the build-up was sort of modest.
You said it was sort of modest.
Well, you didn't leave the press room, so how would you have known? Okay, I mean, it was understated. I would say
today?
Overstated. It was over the top. I've never seen. 25 years, I don't know if I've ever seen any crowds like this. I was trying to count how deep they were at the finish line. We weren't talking 5 or 6 back. We weren't talking 10 or 20. We're talking 50, 60, 70 back. It was amazing.
It was amazing. There was a ton of people at Leeds at the start, and as we drove 13 kilometers to where they had the official ceremony for the start, where the Royals were at, again, 20 deep the entire way. And I heard once you turned onto the race course, and you could see through the images, it was as many people I've seen attend a cycling race ever.
We rode the first half of the race in front of the race. I mean, you could not go anything above about 30 miles an hour. I mean, it was just amazing.
And of course, Jens Voigt, not even waiting for who goes on day one, stage one, kilometer one.
Shut Up Legs goes.
Unbelievable. He just took off, and I was very surprised to see him in the break. So,
when he raced his first Tour de France in 1998. He almost got the polka dot jersey in the opening stages, and he fought for it all week long. And he finally got it for like one day right before they hit the high mountains, and he got popped in the big mountains. And I saw him right at the finish line, and he looked over. He was very satisfied with that performance, and he should be.
He should be. I mean, he got into the break, and he really got beat up on in the sprint right in the beginning. He wasn't getting over the climbs, so he decided to go from a long way out, 113K out. He knew he had to go from long ways to drop the other two guys, get over the last 2 KOMs, and the jersey was in his hands. So it was a nice ride by him. But in the end, we were just looking for a field sprint, an incredible field sprint. And
kind of went wrong.
All the pressure on Mark Cavendish, so much pressure. And he's the small fry here in England compared to Froome and Wiggins, who were able to get medals at the Olympics. And for Cav, he headbutted Simon Gerrans, tried to create the space to come out, and pretty much, I think, he caused the crash, yeah. And then
because what I saw on top,
it was all or nothing for Cav. That's what it came down to.
What I saw on top was Kokar coming around Gerrans, and they bumped, and that surprised Gerrans, who went down and put Cav out.
I saw Cav really, he was stuck behind, hit the head to be able to make the lane, and that's when the crash happened. And it was, it was almost better for Cav.
What do you all see? I want to know.
Well, I don't know.
Because there was a lot of perspective.
So, but who's up there in the sprint? Froome and Rogers. Rogers was 5th, Froome was 6th, which plays into importance for tomorrow from York to Sheffield, 210K?
No, 201K.
201K. But we talked about the placing. So tomorrow, Kittle's not going to get the yellow jersey tomorrow. 9 KOM climbs on. So the KOM jersey's up for grabs. The yellow jersey's going to be up for grabs. But if Froome is up there in that first group, or Rogers is up there in that first group, that yellow jersey's going to go to one of those two. And that's why they sprinted to get up there today.
But do they want it? Would they even want the yellow jersey at this point in the race?
A lot of it's staying out of trouble, which we saw with the crash, is staying out of trouble. We saw Talansky, who had flatted 3K, but he got same time. We also saw Kwiatkowski got in trouble with the crash. Cavendish might have a broken collarbone, so he might be out. Pataki was lucky he's not out, but he was so far dropped off the back. All the traffic, all the people, they couldn't get the roads opened up, and they couldn't get through. So that's why they were 15 minutes back. They're let back into the race, though.
For sure. It does not look good for Cav, but we don't have word yet, so we'll find out, and you'll find out as soon as we do. Jens, if he's got the legs, goes again in the early break, gets a couple of the early ones before the pack gets broke, and he could maybe keep it. What do you think?
No, but Holm Moss is a Cat 2, so the points are just so much greater than the Cat 3s and Cat 4s. I mean, you're talking about gaining 1.2 points, so I don't think Jens is going to be.
But I went up that thing today. I mean, it's not very...
Holm Moss?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big climb.
Early in the race, it was not steep.
It's right in the middle, I believe.
Yeah.
But it should be good. But here in Harrogate, they have the Sir Lavello. This guy local makes this. Kind of cool. Carves it out by hand or machine or whatever, and
the pieces move and they join and move together, right?
It all collapses on each other and expands. So we just found them. We decided to have it on our table for decoration because
they're
good
cool.
turnout. England, it's been fantastic.
Amazing.
First start. I feel bad for Cav because I think if he would have won, it would have been fantastic for him, for England, for the sport. But he's getting I think past his prime. It's becoming too difficult for him to win a big field sprint.
He had a hell of a lead out, man. The Quick Step took it right up. They came to the front like 4K to go. Lotto was at the front a lot in the last 20K, looked good for them, and then just all of a sudden something went wrong with the picture.
For the rest of the guys, it's a matter of staying out of trouble. So Oakley had new glasses too, white with chrome, with little Tour de France jerseys on the frame. So all the guys who had Oakley had those. So for Jens, it's perfect because he has now the new glasses with the polka dot jersey on his glasses. It's good.
He likes those.
He likes everything.
Excellent things.
Yeah.
Is there anything he doesn't like?
Who's gonna win tomorrow?
Sagan. I'll give you Sagan. I'll take Degenkolb if you want.
I want to take Simon Gerrans, but he crashed today and he was kind of torn up. So, but I can't pick somebody else. I don't know. I'm gonna go Valverde.
Valverde.
Yeah.
Already.
Classics. It's good.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
From the Tour de France, this is James Start with Frankie Andreu. Tour Talk, Stage 1.
It's cold out here. I'm gonna win.
That's Costa. Where did Costa do today?
He was around there. He was up there.
Around. Around. The weather held
All
too.
right. Thank
Oh,
you.
good.